It's time for a Wellness Revolution. Brought to you by Hotze Health and Wellness Center. Honest discussion on maintaining health and wellness naturally to enjoy a better quality of life.
He's the doctor fighting to let you keep your doctor.
Now, Dr. Stephen Hotze.
Thank you for joining us today here at Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. I'm Stacey Banfield here with Dr. Stephen Hotze, founder of the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. And I know that we typically talk about things to put in your body, natural hormones, vitamins, supplements, how to avoid the toxicity in the environment. Today, we've got a really great guest to talk more about what you can do on the outside to optimize your beauty naturally. We've got Brittney Wranik here, and she heads up our aesthetics team. So excited to have her and Dr. Hotze talk about the latest updates in the aesthetics world. Ladies and men, listen up.
Thank you so much, Stacey. Do you know that forever young broadband lighting, known as BBL, can literally reverse the aging process of your skin and return it to its genetically youthful state with virtually no downtime? Now, Dr. Patrick Bitter, who's a physician in the San Francisco Bay Area, and his father devised a light system called broadband lighting, which uses light therapy on the face to stimulate the anti-aging genes within your cells of your face and to promote the production of collagen. It restores the skin to its youthful state, and it helps eliminate wrinkles. It tightens up the skin, and it is an amazing process. Dr. Bitter first showed me this method back in the late 1990s, and I met him at that time. I went out and even visited his office, and we had a light therapy machine here at our office before broadband lighting had been devised. But it was similar in the concept, and we used that here. And they got so busy in our practice of natural hormones, we decided to eliminate that. And then about 3 years ago, I heard that Dr. Bitter was going to be in town again. And he spells his name Bittert. He's a dermatologist in the south of San Francisco Bay Area. So I heard he was going to be in town, and he was going to be at a hotel in the Galleria area. So I went over that morning to hear his presentation with some members of my team that were in our aesthetics department, and his presentation was so remarkable. I said, I don't know why in the world we quit doing this back in 2000. We should have kept it up because it had such profound effect on these women and men who use this therapy. So the broadband lighting therapy is we use a machine that develops natural light source, and it's passed over the skin in pulses, and it stimulates the cells of the skin to produce collagen, as well as it turns on the anti-aging gene, so it rejuvenates the skin. And the results Dr. Bitter had, his patients looked younger 10 and 15 years after they'd started the treatment than they did when they began. It was they looked the same age or younger. It was really, really very remarkable. And so we decided at that time to buy the Cytron machine and bring BBL into our practice, because I know predominantly women are very concerned about their skin and their face. That's why they use a lot of makeup. They want to look young, look good. And this is a natural way to get your face to look healthy. And I know women spend thousands of dollars every month trying to keep themselves really looking good. And this was a method and a system and a program that we could offer our female guests first. Some men do this as well. I should. I've told Brittney I need to do it. I did it one time a couple years ago. I'm so busy all the time, but I've looked at myself and I've said there's nothing a good facelift or a hair transplant couldn't fix on me. But I need to go back and do it myself. But in fact, we're going to bring in, while we're having the show, I want to bring in Becky Diaz, who's our concierge here, and she's done that on a regular basis. Well, I have Brittney Wranik with us, and Brittney is in charge of our aesthetics department. So, Brittney, why don't you describe to us what you do and describe to us about the BBL and how it works?
Sure. So the broadband light is one of the many services we offer here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. I would definitely agree that it's our bread and butter. It's the top of the line best service that we offer. So like Dr. Hotze said, it's a broadband light system, also known as a BBL or Forever Young. You could consider an IPL, which is an intense pulse light therapy, or a photofacial. But it goes beyond that. So there are a lot of IPLs and photofacials on the market. This is truly the best one on the market. Like Dr. Hotze said, we use it most predominantly for anti-aging. It actually will restore your genes to a more youthful state while eliminating damage on the surface of your skin. So it will eliminate brown spots, redness, broken capillaries, rosacea, different conditions like that. And then, of course, it will help reverse and kind of smooth out fine lines and wrinkles. So once people have a series of these treatments, or, of course, if like they are like Dr. Bitter's patients, have them over a series of years, people can look not only the same age after a decade, but they can look younger once they've aged 10 years. So it really is remarkable.
Right. And how long does the procedure take?
For everyone, it's a little bit different. So from start to finish, typically we see patients within an hour and a half. That usually includes paperwork, different protocols that we have to go through with them, photography, numbing if they decide to have that. So typically it's within an hour and a half. If a patient chooses not to numb their skin, though, they can be in and out in 30 minutes. So it's a really quick procedure. Often people use it as a lunchtime procedure because you're in and out so quickly and you can leave and resume your business as normal.
Now, Dr. Bitter recommends BBL as the mainstay of keeping a youthful appearance. There are some other techniques and some other procedures that we perform associated with this. So why don't you tell them about Halo Pro and the pin and the skin pin.
Sure.
Skin. What did I say? Skin pin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So some of our other services include the Halo Pro. I would say that's an equally impressive and effective procedure. That is actually a hybrid fractional laser. So it takes a Fraxel laser combined with a non-ablative laser, which means it's more superficial, to help resurface the skin to remove UV damage at the dermal layer, resurface really deep texture or wrinkling, deep pores, or aged and sun-damaged skin. We also have the Skin Pen, which is a microneedling device. Now, this device is kind of like a Halo Pro Mini in the sense that it resurfaces wrinkles, fine lines, texture, and pores, but it does it in a different manner or modality. So this actually uses 14 microdermal needles that you as a patient would not see. They oscillate back and forth, creating little microchannels or little controlled injuries in the skin. So these injuries essentially ignite the skin's healing ability. So your skin starts pumping hyaluronic acid and collagen and all of these healing properties to smooth out the skin to make it look more like youthful and reduce those fine lines.
I like to say it for those, if you know golf, on a putting green, periodically the putting green has to be punched. Mm-hmm. And when they punch the putting green, then they put sand over it and the grass grows back and they have a nice smooth surface. And that's basically what you're doing with the skin pen. Is you're making these very small micro abrasions on the skin, which stimulates the skin to produce collagen and to heal, and it smooths out the skin, and it's really very lovely. So those are two other techniques. As a matter of fact, I want to be able to show you some photographs of before and after that I want you to see on our program. And for those of you that are looking on YouTube and not listening to the podcast, you're going to be able to see this. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, I would encourage you to go to our YouTube and take a look at us on YouTube and take a look at the before and after pictures that we're going to show. So for those of you that want to restore your skin naturally and rejuvenate it, that means give it its youthful appearance again, I want to encourage you to give us a call here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. What number should they call to reach?
281 281-698-8770. So
281-698-8770, and that will give you the aesthetics department. And tell us, what do the procedures run?
So they can honestly run anywhere from $100 to $1,775 per treatment. Now, everyone has a different protocol depending on their skin. So what we encourage you to do is to call that number, schedule a complimentary Visia skin analysis with one of our aesthetics team members so they can work with you to develop a protocol that will work best with your skin.
Tell them about what the Visia does.
Sure.
Tell us about that.
So
this is the photograph we do of the skin that helps look at the skin. But describe that.
Correct. So the Visia is really an astounding machine. It's a visual skin analysis machine. So essentially we take photos of the skin in what looks like a little photo booth. And in this photo booth, we'll be able to see where your UV damage is, brown spots. It will analyze your redness, your texture, fine lines and wrinkles, your pore size, and most importantly, it will actually calculate your true skin age. So that's where the current health of your skin is. And of course, we review those with you so you can be educated on where your skin is compared to people of similar skin types and ages, and we will make recommendations based on those results and your concerns.
And I'd highly recommend for you to come in, whether you're a guest or not, come in for a free consultation with one of our estheticians and have the Visia performed so you can take a look at your skin and see what's going on. And then you can see what opportunities you have to restore and rejuvenate your skin so you look beautiful again. Now, at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, we help people get on a path of health and wellness naturally so they enjoy a better quality of life without using pharmaceutical drugs. And that's through a good, healthy eating lifestyle, replenishment of hormones, vitamin and mineral supplementation, as well as an exercise program. If you have allergies, we treat for airborne and food allergies as well. That helps people feel well, and they look better too. They end up losing weight. Their skin will improve on this program. But to really get significant improvement, the broadband lighting Citron machine, BBL, and the Halo Pro, and the Skin Pen can add a dramatic improvement in your appearance, your facial appearance. And who of you wouldn't like to look younger 10 years later? 10 years from now, would you like to look as young or younger than you look right now? I don't think there's anybody that would not like that to happen. So please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center and have your complimentary Visia photograph and analysis done. And that phone number is 281. That's 281-698-8770. 8770. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Information provided on this radio program is neither intended nor implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice and is not intended to replace the services of a physician, nor does it constitute a doctor-patient relationship. You should not use information from this radio program to diagnose or treat a health problem or disease without consulting with a qualified healthcare provider. If you have or suspect you have an urgent medical problem, promptly contact a professional healthcare provider or call 911. Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution radio program advises you to always seek the advice of a physician or other qualified health provider prior to starting any new treatment or with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Any application of the recommendations from this radio program is at the listener's discretion.